you got to do is walk around with a cocky look on your face and not give a fuck about some of these people. That's why I have my rule, live and let live, but don't force it down my throat. And my saying for that is when a rat's ass should be offered or given. You can't really give a rat's ass because the ass of the rat is not really, the ass of this rodent isn't really yours to give. It belongs to that rodent, you know what I mean? So let that rat keep his ass, But yet, they can't dictate to you when a rat's ass should even be offered or given. And so if the rat's ass being offered up means you're willing to play ball with him a little bit and tolerate something, and try to reason things out, and tolerate them and play the game, that's called offering up the rat's ass. And you're doing them a favor by offering up the rat's ass. You don't have to give a rat's ass, Yeah, so it's all about presentation. When the rat's ass should be offered or given, Take that into consideration, I also will close this right now by saying that if you've gotten this far in this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even
what's up, guys? Time for another video. I made a video with I took video footage and kind of photographed the comments, and it's a good idea to do this too, you guys too. I'm going to say that real quick, because show a picture, because when you have a troll that does this, you find out in a search on YouTube there's other people or things with a name associated with it. Then the people say if I didn't show anything in here right now, they'd be like somebody else thinking it's about them, and they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, fuck you, So it's important. That's what I want to say. First of all, give yourself, show your viewers a picture or something just in case. But anyway, this guy, I'm going to do a video on this guy so I can laugh about it, and I'll send a message to any. I don't get that many trolls, I think, because I know too much, and I know that people used to do that trolling relentlessly. You get all kind of trolls. Nobody even very seldom wants to fucking troll anymore, because they know that in some case trolling actually empowers and creates more views for people, too. So there's some people that don't do that, but occasionally, I wish I had like more trolls so I could sit there. You really think you're hurting me? You can I like to do shit like this and laugh in people's face, and talk about this. But on with it. Okay, I do some videos. Any of you guys that know me, that in a sense I'm talking about in videos. I'm more and demonstrating a more practical sense. I don't want to alienate every single people like the young kids that have these little mystical beliefs, but in some cases they can be even not even comment and seeing some videos. They're probably looking at me like, fuck you. But here's what I believe, okay? I'm going to tell you, say what I believe. The one dude, this troll here, I might as well say right off the bat first. First of all, the video, like I'll show you in my pictures, it's like I did a couple videos why I like to disprove and snub and debunk, like, I included a lot of things, disproving and debunking and snubbing aspects of Aleister Crowleyism, Dawkinsism, and Darwinism and everything. Oh, and by the way, Dawkins too. That people love Dawkins so much because all these people that I make my case that the only thing that's good for all these people side with these isms so that they can fight with the Christians. But then I'm also debunking different ones to the far left and far right. I got messages for them too if they like it or not. I'm pretty much looking for I'm doing like something a little bit positive and a fuck you to a little bit of everybody. But I have this philosophy in saying what the fuck is these beliefs? If you're gonna just sit on your ass by a computer and take on these beliefs because you want to fight with the Christian fanatics, which I had all kind of words. I'm under scrutiny by some of them, and I'm not even saying not everybody's bad either. But anyway, this particular guy, when I get on it, if he is actually watching, and anybody may be watching it has this mentality, just because I make videos debunking such shit like that, and try to advocate something better, which and because I'm doing it because I'm calling bullshit to stuff and trying to indicate that people that take on a lot of these beliefs, I'm including them, all of them. No, one not the other, and I can even that I'm saying that they're fucking lazy, sitting on their ass, and I make my case that none of them want anything that they want to be some media influencer and all that, fight with say the Christian crowd that's oppressive, but nobody wants to hear that something a little bit better and you can do, and physical proof that say fuck all of y'all in some cases. But this guy that says, I'm laughing about it, the only this guy was a fucking genius. The only comment he can actually say is lay off the meth, and then no other answer and everything like I see people in the world do this shit all the time, and they can't prove any such thing. Just because I don't agree with something you agree with, I'm on meth. How the fuck are you gonna prove that? Fuck you. Like, fuck you, I mean, this guy probably watches news like I talk about. I do videos about shit that don't make no sense, happens on the TV news, and I make rants in front of my girlfriend, and I gotta have an outlet to do a video. But a guy like this, like a person like this guy, a real fucking genius, a real piece of work, he probably watches shit on the TV news, and he probably sees all these people on whatever political side or religious side that he's probably looking at them on TV. I could picture this guy looking at shit on TV. I ought to have myself, I should do a little video clip mocking him, pretending to be him, and like something on the TV news, and have the TV on, right? And they don't agree with my political thing, so he's on meth. They're on meth. They're on meth. That's what this guy probably doing. I could record, make a little parody me on a TV set, like looking at a TV set and see what's on a political thing. I don't care if it's Trump or any kind of a thing or political side. And I'd maybe do it while there's something being talked about on the news, maybe put CNN on or something. And so I can mock this guy and pretend to be this guy and what he's probably doing when he watches anything political on TV or anything. Oh, they don't share my views, so they must be on meth. Like, that's my take on it, you know what I mean? And when somebody says shit like that and they don't have anything else practical to say, it exposes them for who they are. And then on their channel, they don't have any like videos or anything. And maybe they think they're shit because they're subscribed to some media influencer that I can't go totally into his mind what he's probably subscribed to. A little bit of some kind of fairy tale, because I seen something on the YouTube channel he probably looking at that like fucking occult sciences and shit, and he's probably subscribe to and on the blogs thinks he's shit because he's on the blogs of those social media influencers that are always fighting with the fanatic Christians. So all of a sudden he's looking at me and I have a different take on things. And things that you can physically do in life, which I'm demonstrating and advocating out there even in the world. So for the purpose of, so you could walk around with a cocky look on your face, like even somebody like this guy, you walk right by him on the street with a cocky look on their face, and you could just walk by with a smirk on your face knowing they can say whatever they say, heckling you, say they were actually a person in the world and not on a fucking computer. And you can walk by with a cocky look on your face knowing full well they can even do something, and heckle will say something under a breath, but they're not going to put their hands on you or do anything shit to you. That's what I'm kind of advocating. Dumbass cowards like this, like on social media, yeah, just because you're fucking believe in Aleister Crowley or some loser that squandered all daddy's money, you know, and he died miserable, broke, and a dead loser. And the only reason anybody followed him, you can compare him to what any other cult leaders that were out there, and cult leaders you still have around now. The only fucking reason anybody follows them because they have money. And well, fuck, anybody, I can joke it with some neighbors or some friends or some people I work with of different people, and we can make a joke. Yeah, if we all had a big bunch of money, we're that stupid not that would do it. You have a fucking handful of money, whether you can be in a cult, whether you think you're doing it for God and Jesus Christ, you've got some of them out there, or for some fucking Aleister Crowley-like belief or Charles Manson-like belief. You know, if you follow, the only reason people followed Manson, you know, they were on different kind of drugs that literally believed for a time that he was Jesus. All these followers, you know, so drugs do have an influence. Yeah, you can, if you get a bunch of people that get high, there's a lot of other people that are in the getting high crowd. If you, in another token, that if you were going to say, let's start a cult, they would laugh in your damn face, you know, too. But yet you had these people like fucking Charles Manson. They were all high and back in them hippie days. And yeah, meth. Yeah, get out of here. There was like how that's how like I've seen people more educated than me that I work next to that had these passive aggressive ideas that act like childish, and just because they're in a higher position financially, in a position of authority in a workplace or somewhere, or even they could even be something inside a church and just you and them are there, right? They'll laugh in your face and say childish shit like that, and say, oh, everybody loves me, you're just a lying piece of crap. I can just look at you with a smirk and just say damn near anything. So there's people of all kind of walks of life that will do that shit, try to say, oh, if you win an argument or you disprove somebody something verbally, well, how can this be? Yeah, you got a lot of people of all walks of life that are way more educated than you or well versed in a religion that'll pull that shit, and some of our own family members will pull that shit, and even project their shit onto you by saying that a sort of thing. So you get trolls like this guy, he might be projecting something from himself onto me or even you, you know, if he went on something that you were saying. I don't know, I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I might be talking to somebody else that got trolled by this guy on there, and yeah, he might be on and off such a thing, and I've seen things about psychologically, even me and the girlfriend talk about that shit, you know, psychologically, where people will say shit like that and they're actually projecting their own shit onto you, you know, even if it's not saying that they can do it. Instead of accusing you on drugs, they can say you got some kind of mental problem of some kind. Just like some of our own family members, you could say maybe that father or that mother that'll do that to you. You need a psychiatrist and blah, blah, blah. And then they're fighting with their own, you know, and then you hear them, you know, when the family's fighting. And they're the ones that are damn crazy. You could have family members, you know. I knew certain people, you know, that different, even when I was younger, dysfunctional households where you overhear the shit, you know, and where you get that mother or father or any relative, I'm just trying to make an example, that they're the ones crazy, and then the neighbors, and then everybody judges the family, dysfunctional, fighting, throwing shit at each other. And they'll be like, you can have, they're the one that always acts crazy, and they'll be like projecting that onto, the kids and all that. Like, I'm not Dr. Phil either, but I've seen shit like that on damn Dr. Phil, you know what I mean? Whether you believe, that show is real or not, but yeah, there was shit like that where I'm just giving you extra scenarios right off the subject, but like these people, that's why I very seldom even get like people like on trolls saying that. And when you do something, and you do say something that they very seldom talk back, and in some cases, some of them could be what do you call it, these moderators on there, and you've got these people that are moderators. A lot of us talk about that literally are moderators either on YouTube or Google. You know how Google just couldn't do anything it's one. You get moderators, they're behind that computer, they can use that job to say any fucking thing they want. They're there to, for other reasons, because if there's a certain other things these days you're dumb enough to say, your ass will get recorded and everything else. But it's like, get the fuck out of here with that shit,